slow up. No, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Rampage live reaction. It is the go-home show to AEW World's End. Honestly don't know what the card is. I know by our thumbnail we have Wheeler Yuta defending his Broadway Pure Championship against Matt Sydal, leading.
There's a trio match. There's a trio match with Orange Cassidy, Trent, and Rocky Romero against Top Flight and Action Andretti, and Ruby Soho against Connor's favorite, Marina Shafir.
Now we have
that face says it all.
Now we have a sucky ass match coming up later tonight. But I'll come up with something to talk about so we don't have to watch that match. I wouldn't torture our viewers like that, and that's just a crime to torture someone with that kind of stupidity match we have tonight. Tony Khan didn't do us a favor with that, but he's put on a good pay-per-view tomorrow, and at least she's not on that show. She don't have to win that. Just so got Chris Jericho's on commentary. He's normally on commentary for Rampage. Oh no, he's not on commentary. He's coming out to talk. Jericho is one wrestler that I don't think has wrestled on Rampage before.
Yeah, I don't know. With Jericho.
Thanks for watching. In courtesy. Thanks for watching as well. Yep, tonight is Rampage night. Hello to you as well. The one fan was really hyped. Hey, Jericho.
Well,
I'll be right back. I need to get my phone stand.
Hugs. I have a feeling that Darby hurt his hip or something during that segment we just saw, because I was watching the show and he does like a drop kick and he lands, and then after he gets up, he can't stop walking. So I have a feeling that he like hurt his hip and he's like, it hurts. I have to keep moving. It keeps hurting. Yeah, because sometimes you just get that like stab and you're like, okay, if I just stand still, it's gonna kill.
Oh man, let's hope not. But
I really hope not. The man is resilient.
Oh yeah, it's always something minor too. Like you get a Charlie horse and you're like, oh, I'll be fine in 30 seconds, but it hurts.
Yeah, it just lingers. Yeah. So Connor, maybe we should introduce to our United States viewers to our new guest that we have.
Hello.
Yes, so Paul's been on here once before. We're talking Elite, and a few moments ago we just got done recording tomorrow's episode of AZ Canada, which he'll be a part of. Tomorrow's episode will be about our AEW World's End predictions. Me, Siren, and Paul was part of that. So that will be releasing tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. AZ Canada, episode 20. Definitely check that out tomorrow. This is technically his third appearance on here. The third one will be tomorrow, technically. But, this is third appearance, technically, yeah.
And one day they'll be entertaining. So we're hoping for that anytime.
No, I thought you were great on the predictions thing we did.
You definitely were. It was fun. Tons of fun.
How do we make them stop? I don't know.
I can think of a few ways.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't normally start out with a promo segment on Rampage. This is different.
It is different.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but
Hey,
We all
you'll,
know that. I
you'll,
wanted to hear this.
you'll
I'm
find out
excited.
why tomorrow on AZ Canada. You'll find out why. So if you want even if you want to know the reason behind that, watch tomorrow. The guy in the blue shirt in the front row. Day one, I'm a day one AEW fan. He used to go to all the shows. When the AEW first started, he was front row. He was like the when you watch WWE, and the guy who wears the green shirt.
Okay.
He was kind of like that. He doesn't do that anymore. I think he stopped going front row every year once the pandemic started because obviously he couldn't.
That's fair.
Mhm.
He was in Florida and they came in the first show back with a full crowd, but they started traveling all over the place, and then it was just I don't know how people could afford that. Like every week front row, that I get really expensive.
Yeah, for real, for real.
I'd kill to do that. I'd love to do that. Every
But
I
every-
would have had that kind of money.
Every
Every
time you
week-
hear about it from other sports, it's always like a wicked crazy celebrity does it for like the New York Knicks, and the only way they can do it is that they're Jack Nicholson. That's how they afford it. So it's like, who are these random people, and who are they that they they have Jack Nicholson money, and people are like, who are you?
Man,
Yeah,
you never know. He could like own a restaurant chain. Nobody knows.
I'm glad to see Sammy back as well.
Me too. Me too, Brenda.
Yeah, it's always good to have Sammy back. That's good too because my nephew just got Sammy Guevara for Christmas.
His baby's so cute.
And then that AEW figure came with the TNT Championship too. So that
No, that's cool.
and oddly enough, has a microphone too. And he left the microphone here. He left back to San Antonio, and he left his little microphone here. Sometimes I grab that little mic and I say, "Hey."
Where is Chris? Will be revealed now.
What's going on, guys? Sorry I'm late.
Yeah,
Hey,
you-
yo.
we're
There
just
he is, the man of the hour.
Yeah.
we're just talking about Road Dogg and all that.
Again.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry you missed that, Chris. No.
But we were talking. We're fixed to talk about you because we had a comment. Where is Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, even though we just got started, I'll just I don't know if I should do the introduction now or what.
It wouldn't be an episode if you didn't.
Well, since we're already live, I'll say it anyway. It's Friday night. We all know what that means. Happy New Year, and well, we're alive, so you know.
Thanks, Chris.
Oof.
I want you to put a little bit more into that, though, Chris, since we're already live. You should put a little bit more into that. You went too quick. I wanted that to kind of go on a little bit longer.
Which one looks better, this one or the reaction?
What was the other one? Hold on, I missed it.
The live reaction looks
The live
better.
reaction, yeah. Because
Mhm.
I
Read
can't
more,
see.
cleaner.
And you don't see just so much chesticles.
That is true.
I know. Who is that anyway? Who's on that picture?
Guess
Oh, that
those pecs. Yay!
It's Will Yuta and Matt Sydal.
Oh yeah, definitely the
It's
live
much
reaction.
later on the night actually, but that one that's our thumbnail for tonight. Sarah makes all those. A really good put together, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you to Siren for picking up on doing our
Yeah. Awesome.
channel art. Ghostblade, thanks for watching. I'm doing pretty good. Ghostblade, how are you doing?
Oh, and by the way, I was on Siren's Twitch. I think it was on Wednesday night. It was awesome. I had
Thank
a ton
you.
of fun on there. It was so fun. I was like being able to like type out stuff, and she was like responding to all my stuff, and I was like, oh man, it's so nice to be able to talk and not be on camera.
I mean, like, sorry, racing is hard to talk and do at the same time.
And mind you, you were kicking ass. Like I don't think I saw you lose not one time. She was getting first place every single time. I was like, what?
That's that magic lettuce.
And Garcia got a haircut.
I think he looks sharp.
Daddy Magic would have been perfect in Ric Flair prime years. His promo skills, he were perfect.
Oh man, that would have been great, right? See them two go at it. Oh man, they still can. You never know.
Well, maybe not in the ring anymore. I don't want to see that
Yeah,
anymore.
no, not in the ring, but on the mic. On the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not in the ring. Dude, I've always thought that Daddy Magic has like a Zac Efron look to him. Like,
Oh God.
he has like this weird, like something about it. Like
He has the cocaine eyes.
No. You gotta start off the show like this. No. Oh, is that a
No, but he does have, not to use that specific reference, but he does have a certain intensity in his eyes, and they kind of pop out, and he's really he's animated like you would find those 80s wrestlers to be.
So this is an interesting fact. If Ruby Soho wins tonight, she'll be her 60th win in AEW.
Dang.
But she's obviously
she's obviously gonna win.
Yeah, because who she's going against. Yeah.
Oh wow. She looks like one of those sharks. Like, remember when everybody was into Baby Shark and they sold all those shark suits?
What is her name? The one that's with them, Saraya and is that Harley Cameron?
Harley Cameron, yeah.
She was with QTV. Since QT is leaving, I guess they've already found her something else to do.
Which I already say this is like 10 times better than that shit.
Look, here's your favorite souvenir coming right at you. There you go.
Oh shit, she's wearing shoes. No, she's wearing shoes. So no sock throwing. Thank goodness.
Oh no, she's taking them.
No, don't tell me she's taking off the shoes and throwing the. Oh, she is. Oh.
That chick from QTV is actually a really good singer, and everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
don't sing." And when she was singing, I was like, "Why are people? I know you're supposed to boo, but that bitch can sing." Like,
she actually sung the. Who knows who the inspiration is? They were the Iconics in WWE, Peyton and Royce, and she actually did really good on their theme song. And I'm gonna call them TNA. I've never really called them Impact Wrestling. But she did really good on the Inspirations theme song. That was a really good song. I don't think that the AEW fan base has seen how good she can sing because it's been taken as a joke, really.
I know, I get that.
Willow Nightingale is on the Super Chef grudge match.
And what I want to say is how people do not throw those socks back at her. But then when I think about it, there's a bunch of silly MFers out there that are foot fetish, weirdos that'll probably keep those and like treasure them and shit.
The one guy literally jumped for him. Did you not see that? The one guy was jumping for the socks.
That is crazy.
We were talking about in our AZ Canada episode about wrestlers be like more how would I put it? More content with wrestlers. And I just seen that Willow Nightingale is going to be on the Food Network.
Oh, when you were like dancing around it and you were saying content with wrestlers, I was like, where is this going? But yes, seeing wrestlers out of wrestling in just a general.
Yeah. I mean, they are people. They have other interests.
And there's a few people that just work. Like Xavier Woods, you can put him on any show, and he's just going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'd like to see like Willow Nightingale on the Food Network. Kind of interests me because a lot of people don't know her outside of wrestling, so it'd be kind of interesting to see what she's like on the Food Network.
Yeah,
I just love her vibe and her energy. Like, are you gonna cook me something? Oh my god, I'm gonna watch you cook something for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, anything you get these wrestlers to do, anything outside of wrestling is good. It's good for business. And I think that's the good thing about the Warner Brothers Discovery, having them is that they have a whole big old platform of shows that they can be on and get exposure in different ways and bring more attention to wrestling. So yeah, anytime they do anything like that, like I would watch the hell out of it.
And to be honest, at the end of the day, that's exactly what you want as a wrestler. You want to get in to get out. You want to make your name so you can go do a TV show for a few years, so you don't have to take bumps.
Chris Atkins says, LOL, Harley Cameron, she is definitely high energy, even out of the ring in her interviews. I could try to get her. I should try to get her on here once. Didn't work out, but I'd love to have her on here one of these days.
Yeah, you have her on here. I'm gonna simp like a little dog.
Yeah, Marina. Yeah.
Me too.
Hopefully the torture's over in a few minutes.
I'm gonna have to fight you for
her. The pillow. I never. That was
Even King knows you well,
Willow.
One of these days she's gonna be on here. I'm going to explain myself.
I think it's gonna be great. I want to be there front row. Can I have a popcorn bowl?
That would be fun. I would love to see that.
I'm just gonna ask her if we can see her grippers.
Yeah.
Like, can I see them toes up close?
Oh, hell no. Yeah.
Just put them in the camera like this. Can you do a wave?
Oh,
no, that would have to be a stipulation. Socks and shoes stay on.
Like,
oh my god.
Harley Cameron can actually wrestle pretty decent. She was on before Dark ended. She had a few matches and she was actually pretty decent.
And she's stunningly gorgeous.
Yeah, she's a total smoke show.
Oh my god, 100%.
Everyone's running out like scalded dogs in the crowd. Oh, that was good.
Boom.
Oh.
She lays them in. Oh my god.
You should have.
Well, and that also Marina with her diaphragm, right? It looked really good.
With her,
I hate to compliment the diaphragm, where she pulled in and made it look like Ruby was just crushing her, but you can't change how much you weigh as you step. You know.
What the hell was that?
I will say one thing: wrestling barefoot tears up the skin on your feet.
That's why I can't take her serious.
I have so many little patches of skin that have just been a heel will catch it, or I'll go on the mat and it's no.
She probably runs around outside barefoot all over dirt paths and stuff. Though her feet are
you need hobbit's feet to do it.
You do, yeah. She probably does though. I mean, I don't know.
Are you still there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just watching the match.
What did you think about that match?
Well, Harley should not interfere in that match, though, and all that. So, but it's just, storylines and all that.
Would you want Harley Cameron to sing at your wedding?
Oh, God. Excuse my French, but no thanks.
Is that French?
You're adorable, and I love it. This looks put together. They do look put together.
Well, at least, I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't say this, but who's ready for the end of the world's end? Tomorrow night.
As we know it.
Well,
But I feel fine.
Marky Mark recently reissued through. Probably because.
That's gotta hurt.
No, we gotta.
And that's why I say is that how those people go after those things and not throw them back at it. I would be like, man, if that shit hit me in the face, or if I caught that, I would throw that shit back the way people would throw back Cody's weight belt. I'm throwing that shit back.
Now we gotta stop talking about her like that, because one of these days she's gonna tweet at us. No.
Be like, yo, AEZ, what the hell?
I don't give a damn.
Look, all I'm saying is we talk about everyone's feet. I don't know why you're so mad that we talked about yours.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that would be the perfect response. Yeah.
well, now we got to do a whole episode where we rate everybody's feet just so she doesn't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
left out.
Top 10 barefoot wrestlers.
There
Come
we
on.
go. There we go. We got
Mike
our top
Bailey
10.
is for some reason number 4, even though he's the greatest. I don't.
It would make it relevant, though. We'd have a jump point for that.
I have plans that night.
It would be like OSW when they did the lesbian pollen episode and they got like 47 million views just on the one, but all their other videos is like 1 million, you know?
Wait, WCW did that?
No, OSW review. They did a joke parody video to be like, this is what wrestling YouTubers are like. And they did the lesbian pollen attacks.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they got astronomical numbers on a joke video. But they're like, I was like, money's money, bro. I'll take it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All David Fletcher has to say is to go out with Sky Blue definitely would be a heat. Yeah, that would be the. I mean, yeah, that. Not lying there.
We're Bobby Fish.
Yeah,
Isn't it Kyle Fletcher?
yeah, Kyle Fletcher. Or maybe one day, Kyle Fletcher will have a son named David Fletcher.
Oh boy. Well, Kyle Fletcher is one lucky SOB, I can tell you that.
You know what's really funny is when you
there's a
said
lot
that.
There's
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of lucky SOBs.
He does exist looking like the embodiment of an Eshe. You know, like he does.
I don't know. He's not my type.
He is very Australian.
Yeah, his accent, he's got a really.
Yeah, I don't know how to judge a guy's looks, but
All
I don't
over,
get it.
baby. That's
I don't get
I mean,
I
what
think
what
it's
does
the
Sky
hair.
Blue looked
I
at?
think
What does
it's the
Sky Blue
hair.
think of him anyway? You know.
I'm gonna climb this man like a jungle gym.
I don't want to know what you think. I kind of get. I don't want to know about that.
Well, in that case,
Well, you know what I'm. No, never mind.
never mind.
Come on, anything that is like followed up by "oh, never mind" should probably be said.
Just say.
I got too much of a reputation to say what I was going to say.
I have absolutely no reputation, so.
Oh boy.
Or I do have a reputation, but it's not. Oh, hey, look, Willow.
What were you? Yeah, this is what I was. Yeah. What were you going to say, Chris?
I don't know. I don't know.
You were going to say you don't know?
Sorry, I was just so sorry.
Kyle Fletcher looks like he always drinks out of a Solo cup, and you never know where he got the Solo cup from.
Kyle Fletcher looks like he needs a haircut
Yeah.
or a different style.
Kyle Fletcher says he looks like he says he's gonna get a haircut, and when you see him an hour later, he looks even sweatier than he was.
You're like, what
How are you
happened,
that
dude?
much sweatier than you were 20 minutes ago?
Oh, Paul, I think that's enough right there. You know.
Whoa.
Oh,
I love Rugrats.
Hey, we haven't seen Stokely Hathaway. Well, we've seen him Wednesday.
Did someone say Rugrats?
I did.
Lucky for you. Well, lucky for you. I'm a big Rug. Never mind.
I am too.
You're a big Rugrats fan. I know.
I
that.
am.
Yeah, phrasing.
Well, not the new school, the old school version. Like,
Oh yeah.
I had that old. Did you ever have that old orange VHS Rugrats movie?
oh
dude?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry.
That was like
I
the
remember
coolest. That was like the coolest VHS ever.
All
I got-
Nickelodeon VHSs were dope.
I got tons of, well, not tons, more like about 5 or 6 VHSs.
5 or 6. Oh
Oops,
no.
just announced a new match for World's End. We are going to get 3 women's matches. We're going to get Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale.
I'm excited.
This is the first time since. Now, did they say is that 0 hour or main show?
0 hour.
Well, I was going to say it'd be the first pay per view
You were.
since Full Gear 2022 that there was 3 women's matches on the main show. At least we get that extra women's match.
Tony's trying to put it out there for Mercedes. Hey, I still care about the women. I'll do even more when you come.
I think that she's signed with TNA. I really think that they've pulled it off. But apparently, talks with WWE are gone.
Yeah.
And there was rumor that Impact was they had a lot of money. Not they had a lot of money, but they had money available for one big signing.
It would be
that might not be the worst signing to get for them.
Which Trinity Naomi, as some fans may know her, is in TNA. So, I mean, that would kind of be fitting that they.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I have a feeling like New Japan really wants Impact to do better because they keep like Will Ospreay keeps going over there. Like, there's so many guys where you're like, you are very trusting in a lot of this talent.
Yeah, Will Ospreay's going there in January. Okada, Black and Go is going to be there. I think this is the TV taping after or at Hard to Kill. But at Hard to Kill, they're supposed to announce a really big signing, and right now all signs point to Mercedes Moné because she's going to cross the line, which I'm really excited for TNA. Like I said it on here before, but a lot of people grew up watching TNA. I grew up watching. A lot of people grew up watching WWE. I grew up watching TNA. That's what I got into AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, like that. That's what I grew up on. So to see TNA back is bringing the kid out of me again.
Yay!
I didn't know anything about TNA until 2006.
Yeah.
That was only like 4 years at the time when TNA was on the air.
That company's went through everything.
Oh, I was just thinking about that. How many different like eras there are.
They've went through everything.
There's like early pay-per-view era when they went to Six Sides, and there's so many very distinctive eras.
They've been through bad times, good times. I mean, like they were on the verge of going business. Like there was one day when all the contracts were going to expire. They didn't know how they were going to keep their talent. Like there was talent sharing hotel rooms. They've been through it all, and they're still around.
And the funny thing is, it's like if you tried to think of the wrestling world without Impact, it wouldn't even be anywhere.
Wow!
Like it would take away so many big stars. Because AJ, the way AJ kind of looked when he came into WWE, like the leather jacket and the hood, the phenomenal one. That was all the seeds started in Impact.
You guys are missing a solid match.
I love Matt. The match does got a different look. I've always liked Matt Sydal.
I love Matt Sydal. He's so fluid. Watch him in the ring. He's just amazing. I also really, holy shit. I love the fact that they have the Pure Championship being defended on Rampage. I like that AEW fans get to see how a Pure match is done. I really enjoy the Pure matches. I think it's something that's a little bit different, but not. I don't know. I love it. And I'm very excited.
You know what else? This is probably the first time AEW's using the Pure Rules match.
Right?
Is that right?
I think they did with Bryan Danielson and Garcia on him at the time, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I like that whole. I like that whole like having the timer and then the 3 things like it's like timeouts, but the rope breaks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love the Pure matches. They're great.
I like that idea of having that graphic out there. Because one of the things, Connor, when we were doing a show one time, we were talking about on the Continental Classic how they had these time limits, right? But they didn't have they weren't announcing like, oh, on the pure matches they do, they'll announce 5 minutes left or 10 minutes left or whatever, however many minutes there are into it. And I was like, man, it would be cool if AEW did that for the Continental Classic, how they should announce how many minutes are left. And then sure enough, I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks later, they started announcing how much time was left in the matches.
We're talking about that on AZ Canada, yeah.
So that's another thing. I'm telling you, Tony's watching.
That's one of those things where there's a few things that New Japan does right, because it's like it makes it feel more like a sport, because when you go see basketball they have the time, so that's one of those things that I really do appreciate, because like you'll be watching a match and all of a sudden you'll hear 25 minutes and you go, whoa, what? Hold on. And it just adds this extra layer.
No, and it's like you said, like it's sports, when in sports, you hear 2 minutes, and you're like, oh man, like this is it, the final 2 minutes of the game, or 2 minutes of the half.
And they'll do that for in Japan. They'll 2 minutes left, and you'll hear the clap, pop, to be like it's almost over. Like you guys have to. And they start scrambling at the end, and it really makes it feel like one of those like basketball games where everyone's just dying for the last seconds to get those final points.
Yeah, because that.
It builds that anticipation, right?
Jacob Bozeman.
Was it that match? It started getting down to the nitty gritty. I think even at that one they announced like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
2 minutes, because it went into a draw, and it was like, man, it was like they were trying to, Claudio was trying to do everything he could to try to get that W. And
it's such a small detail, because if you have a tired ring announcer, it's not, because if he's going 40 seconds, 30 seconds, you're gonna be like, what? But in Japan, they go 30 seconds, screaming, and the fans are going nuts because this guy's going nuts, and everyone's going nuts, and now everyone's
perfect.
Jacob says, Great Washington as well. Styles versus Joe versus Dennis got me into wrestling. That was 2006. Was it Unbreakable, or was it Turning Point?
Unbreakable.
Turning Point. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. That's what made TNA, got them to the next level. I've actually got the DVD to that match. I pretty much made all three of those guys in one night. That put TNA in the X.
Well, that was, I think, one of the first 5-star matches handed out to that company. It's very rare at that time that they got them, and all of a sudden this three-way got it.
There's normally 2006 WWE had purchased WCW. There wasn't really an alternative really in America really.
Well, let's kind of modify that statement. There wasn't a really easy company to watch. There was lots of independents, but sometimes independents can be hard to catch up with. They can be hard to pay attention to. But having just something on TV that you can click over and start watching.
Yeah, at that point, I don't even think I was watching wrestling at all at that point.
2006, I thought was a good year for that. Was my favorite years with WWE. Some Edge cashed the Money in the Bank, and I think that was a really cool year, I thought.
You talking about the Ruthless Aggression era?
Yeah, it started in 2002, 3.
2002.
Yeah, then it went through 2008, 9.
8, because that's when the PG era, right before SummerSlam 2008 took place.
Oh man, and that's when in that time that's when I was out of wrestling at that point, because I was in high school. I was too much into girls and partying. I didn't have.
So the judges
barely watch any TV at that point.
So the judges for this match is Jimmy Jacobs, Sarah Stock, and Christopher Daniels.
Who's Sarah Stock?
She used to work with WWE Performance Center, stuff like that for women and stuff. She's signed with AEW now. She's been there for a few months now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the King of Pro Wrestling matches?
King of Pro Wrestling.
Going back to the cool rules that we all kind of like. So there was a series of matches for the King of Pro Wrestling, which is like a novelty title. But what they started doing was kind of messing with the rules of wrestling. So there was a match where
Ooh.
To win, you had to get a 1 count, a 2 count, and a 3 count on your opponent. They did one where you had to get 30 counts in a match. So it was really strange, but it sounds strange, but when you see the numbers, it go, oh, that makes sense. So it's like, I'll get a 2 count. Now I have 2 points.
Mhm.
You got a 1 count, and you know what I mean? It builds up like that. And it's like, that's a
Yeah.
fun variation on the rules.
I agree, actually. That'd be interesting to watch.
Ooh, that was a good.
I can try to find the matches and find them, but yeah, they really messed with some of the rules.
I mean, anytime you take away the traditional, rules of a match, I mean, you make it something a little bit more interesting, are always going to be more interesting.
But I like when you modify the rules that still makes sense. It still sounds like a sport. You go, no, okay, that there's points and there's a time limit.
Yeah.
When you get to like reverse battle royals, I think that's when you kind of lose the plot a bit. But
That was stupid. Yeah, that was one of the things TNA could have went without. I believe Vince Russo booked that, if I'm not mistaken.
That definitely sounds like a Vince
Wouldn't
Russo
be surprising. That wouldn't be surprising if it was.
One rope break for Matt Sydal in only 8 minutes.
Yeah, this is a really good match. Davis says this match is pretty good. This is a really good match.
Yeah.
Davis also gets points for both the women and women. Should have booked the women, I guess. Yeah, should have booked the women better months ago if you wanted Monet. I agree. If you really wanted Monet, should have. But her being in TNA is a big deal. AEW can't have everyone, so it's good for.
Agreed, and they shouldn't have everybody. They really shouldn't.
But if he misses out on Mercedes, then he needs to go full throttle on Julia. Like that has to be it. Like, because he said on that recent call that he's gonna go after some women's he's gonna go after women talent, and if not Mercedes, then go after Julia at least.
He's back.
Honestly, I would just like for TNA to kind of shake that, like they're almost an indie kind of feel. Get that few more bigger shows. It's like they're right on the cusp of not being like a joke. They have to push Jody Threat more. That's my observation.
Oh, well. Come on, Danhausen. We know you can wrestle.
Right?
I'm just taking that.
Nah, but instead he tries to act like Hornswoggle out there. Like, come on, man.
I just want him to be very evil already. Damn it,
surprised.
Danhausen.
I'm surprised they haven't done more with his. Like, I feel like he hasn't been in that many gimmick matches, right? Like
He hasn't been in very many matches at all. I mean, he was
in
like
very nice, very evil.
Well, Danhausen seems to be a pretty big draw for AEW merchandising wise, and like I went to an event, and like everyone's like, "Where's Danhausen? 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 Danhausen?" And he doesn't even come out to the end of the show, and Tony brings him out. And the place went crazy.
Yeah.
He's easily top 10 in merch though. So
he's always top 10. He's been top 10 since he was on AEW for the very first time. It's frustrating though because he hasn't been wrestling and he has such phenomenal in-ring ability. It's not like he's a bad wrestler.
I was just thinking that there's no way that he's useless, right? Like he earned his way up there by being noticed and getting over.
I know, but then he did get hurt. I understand.
No, I understand that
like,
not
right
everyone's
now, he's
fully.
At that meme spot. He's just a meme, and I want him to wrestle more. And I only got to see Very Evil Danhausen one time. Where are my teeth? Where's my jar of teeth?
And why can't he have like Santino, Heath Slater, level matches? Like Let him go out. Be funny. Put him with funny people. Say,
he's
you
fair.
can
That's
save.
funny,
You can.
though.
You can save the harder stuff for later, but just let's see him more often.
Like we did a AEW gimmick shakeup one time, and one of my things was Danhausen. I like to see like a kind of like broken Matt Hardy, but split personality with Danhausen. You got evil Danhausen, very nice,
Yeah,
and have them go against each other.
I
Like,
would love that.
somehow it's possible.
Like
Have you-
and I liked him in Ring of Honor when he was teaming up with PCO. I mean, that was a pretty cool little combination that they had there because they both had their own little gimmick, their own little quirk, and it worked. Danhausen just had to come in there and do a couple little things. PCO would do all the work, and then Danhausen would just come in there and get the W. It was hilarious. Like that was such
Straight
a
to
good
the
combo.
groin.
I love that. I miss that.
To make a weird reference, have you guys ever heard of Jushin Liger?
Oh yeah, if you're something in Liger.
Okay, so he had an alter ego where if someone tore his mask off, he would have face paint underneath. And as soon as the face paint was exposed, he turned into this completely different wild man. Like that could be a fun little style gimmick with Danhausen where he's like normal, but then someone does something and touches the paint or something like that, and it just he snaps and just becomes this horribly vicious monster.
I mean, very evil Danhausen is super sadistic. Like, he's definitely a twisted character.
Since you asked us, anyone know who Outback Jack is?
Which is who? Who? Say that again.
Outback Jack.
Outback
Chris,
Jack?
Chris knows what I'm talking about. He's been on here the longest out of Mr. Jacobs. He is the greatest wrestler of all time, I think. Chris knows where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I do. And let me tell you. Yeah, I do. Plus, he's
Hey, Chris, let us know, Chris. Let us know.
an Australian 80s wrestler.
You sound like you love him.
Is
Sounds like he's your best friend.
it MJF? Jesus.
Right? Like, I'm getting that vibe. That's how we feel about this guy.
Well, to me, he's one of the best wrestlers ever. He blows MJF out of the water. His theme song's better. He's from Honeyboo, Australia. I mean, how many people consider they're from Honeyboo, Australia? He has a good theme song too.
What's his theme song?
Oh boy.
I'm not singing it.
Hum it for us. Let's see if we know it.
Let's see. No, I'm not gonna.
You're like,
Ah, you're killing me. You're killing me, Connor. Come on, you're right there. You're right there.
Do you know his theme song, Chris?
No.
just automatically.
Is that the one that's like, you think you know me? You think you know me? No?
They got a lot of kangaroos in the song.
Oh my god.
What do kangaroos sound like? And I have a feeling they sound like bloody murder.
Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. There's
There's no fucking way that's his theme song, and you said that's
Yeah,
his
it is.
theme
I'll
That's ridiculous.
Outback Jack is. I want to get him on here, but he was all the way out in Honeyboo, Australia. I don't think he has internet. He's still alive. Just don't know where he's at. If anyone knows how to get in contact with him.
If he is anywhere near Tasmania, he has no internet. I'll tell you that right now. They have the worst internet I've ever seen in my life.
I don't even know how you get in contact with someone like that because I really want to meet him. I'm not even joking about that. Like, I actually like him. He's actually a pretty good person. Now in WWE, he's in WWE. He was a jobber. That's the worst as you get. Like, Doink the Clown, Goon, Brooklyn Brawler. He was the jobbers of the jobbers.
Oh,
But
jeez.
I watched a lot of stuff outside WWE, and it was actually pretty good. That's in the private chat.
You know, if you keep saying that word, I'm gonna have to defend these people a bit. You know?
Jobbers?
Yeah, I don't
think
know.
it's a bad word.
I think
word.
some people say it with a little bit of venom
Well,
in it.
Wrestling wouldn't be wrestling without jobbers, bro.
But like I'm
era?
one of those people where it's like, yo, if you find your calling being the opening match on an indie show and that's what you love and you can make money doing it, then you do it, brother. Like I
Not
would
only that, but, like,
die.
everybody jobs at some point.
I would
Well, I would be a
die
jobber.
to
I would
be
be a jobber, and I wouldn't be offended.
James
if
Ellsworth. You know what I mean? Like
I would go out there and be a
James Ellsworth.
Serpentico. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be a Serpentico, and I'd be a fucking jobber. I don't care as long as I'm on TV and I get to do something that I love and get paid for it.
I know
yeah.
not everyone uses that term with like venom, but there are people out there and it's like, dude, those guys are living their dream and that's something to be respected. Like
and that's what Jack did. I saw about Jack did, and he
well, maybe not if you're Maria Shafir. I feel like I'm getting that vibe, but
well, yeah, no, we're not okay with that. She's not even a jobber. She shouldn't have a job. No, I'm just kidding.
If you were a jobber in the golden era, you were pretty bad. And the Goon, Brooklyn, you were either a garbage man or a clown or a doctor or you were something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
You were a dentist or a dumpster man. What else to have?
You know what though? Have you guys gone back and watched some of those old golden era matches? There's a little pet peeve I have in wrestling because they say, oh, you should listen to the veterans. Listen to the veterans. It's like, I agree. But do you see what those veterans did to those random people on some of those matches?
Yeah.
The Beverly Brothers tried to kill people. Like, that's no.
Just look, Andre the Giant was one of the best.
I
remember a story on HBO Max. It was a documentary of him. His name was Big John Studd. He crossed him in the ring. Like he accidentally punched him in the face a little bit. And Andre
hated Big John Studd.
And then he tore this man up in the ring. Then he leaves and Vince is like, "Where are you going? He's gonna kill me. I'm leaving. I'm out of here." Like Andre the Giant, if you cross him in the ring or any, like you're gonna die in that ring probably.
But even like look at the Road Warriors or the Steiners, like if they give you advice, yes, maybe listen, but just keep in mind that they put a lot of people in a lot of danger when they were younger.
We literally just had this conversation about listening to your veterans. Yes, taking it into account. Yes, but there are situations, where.
Which back then, see, I used to train to be a wrestler. I'm kind of still a referee, kind of, I guess. Which I trained in the Memphis area. That's a really southern to train in. Just by that vibe, I could tell in those days, if you didn't do what they said, you'd probably get kicked off the show and never allowed to wrestle again. That's probably how those days were. Like, if you were a young guy, you paid your dues and kept your mouth shut. Like that. Like that's the vibe I got out of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing sometimes because you don't want to.
You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to rock the boat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a hierarchy in every system, right? Like every.
You just really got to watch.
Yeah, no, and that's right, exactly. There's always a hierarchy. Yeah, if you
really got to watch.
You
really got to watch who you talk to, because some people are egomaniacs. And
let's just say I have many stories that I could tell from my few months of wrestling training. Because
you said you were training.
People are dynamic, and you get different reactions for different things from different people, and it's I don't want to be like boo on something. I'm just gonna say that you get some wild people in wrestling, and everyone's got an opinion they want to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling people are opinionated people.
I've actually
probably the most.
You told me that you were training to be wrestlers because you told me that you were wrestling trained Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Santino runs the gym.
Santino Marella?
He doesn't run the classes, but he's the guy in charge of he's the like owner of the gym.
Santino Marella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mixed martial arts and stuff like that, but the wrestling class is fun. Lots of different people, a couple different coaches, lots to learn.
So like the Memphis style is a style.
I wouldn't
just
want to
say-
say it's anything style right now because like a couple months, so it's very very basic.
I was
There's
just
no
like I remember one time this one night that like I was training. There was one guy where he did something to piss one of the bookers off or something. Like he took bottled water without paying for it. He thought that because he was training, he could just get free water. So they made him run the ropes for 10 minutes straight. And those ropes hurt. Like
they hurt a lot.
They're not ropes, they're cables. You just call them
First-
ropes.
Yeah, literally to go into that, I don't train on the ropes. It is the cables.
yeah, those cables, ropes, they hurt at first. Like your back will. That's the
they're
part
like
you want to avoid. That's the part you want to avoid.
put it this way, it all hurts.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
But to put it
Eventually-
into some context, I came out of snowboarding. So to me, it's like, am I landing on solid ice from 10 feet in the air? No. Let's do it. Come on.
Like
There's a quarter
eventually
inch
your
of padding
body-
on the ground. Oh man, that's way more than I'm used to.
Eventually, your body, as I did, your body gets used to it. You know, eventually you don't even, it doesn't hurt anymore. But starting out first, oh god, that was the worst. Like the mat was one thing, but golly, the ropes were like the softest part of the ring is the middle of the ring. That's at least the ring I was in one time. I was in a 16 by 16. I don't know about 20 by 20.
And it is weird coming, like I could talk about it forever, but it is weird coming into a new art form because you have your expectations of what you want, what you think is creative, and then people have to go, no, relax. We have to give you this framework. Before you paint fruit, you have to be able to draw it with a pencil. You know what I mean? Like so you're like, oh, okay, I wanted to come in and do a backflip, let's say, and they're like, well, no, how can you take a punch? Let's work a whole day on that. You're like, oh, okay. Like
There were some things in wrestling training that I didn't really know why we were doing it because we didn't really do it in the matches. Or I never wrestled a match, but just by doing it, I noticed like I never see that in matches. But when you really take a deep dive into it, some of that is actually a good thing because there might come a time when you do something like that, or how do I say it?
rule number one: drills. If you want to be good at anything,
Sorry, what was that,
drill.
Connor?
I don't know how to explain it. Some of the things that you might do, like a rollover, like I don't know, just the simplest moves could go into accountability to a different type of move that you want to go for. But I don't know. I don't know how to. It's really hard to explain.
But they like teach you all up for all situations, and that's kind of cool though.
How about this for an analogy? You wouldn't expect how much gymnastics you would need to know in a fake fight, and a lot of it is for safety reasons. If you fall,
word.
But it's like I like that kind of juxtaposition because we're pretending to hurt each other, but at the same time, it's like I don't want you to fall in a weird way and hurt your hip. So a lot of it is fall protection, roll protection. How do I keep my hands or we here, blah blah blah.
No, it's a lot of people say wrestling. Like, you can seriously get hurt in there if you don't know what you're doing. You can mess up your entire life if you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's life is in your hands.
100%.
Really dived in the whole topic there, but that's really good content, stuff like that.
Heck yeah. Heck yes, it is.
So we got a Top Flight, Action Ready, Trent, on OC, and Barrow.
Oh, that looked really good.
I know we're talking about AEW Canada, but maybe it was before we started. Or Action Andretti and Top Flight doesn't really have a name. It's just Action Andretti and Top Flight.
Yeah.
I like the name Paul J for it. It was
Ooh.
what was it? Action
It was
Flight.
one of their two names just put
Flight
together.
Action.
Top Action or
Yeah.
Action Flight.
Action Flight.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Action Flight.
Action Flight sounds very like 90s. Action Flight.
Yeah.
8 a.m. YTV. Buy the toys.
Chris, would you rather meet Marish past Steve Burns?
No.
Oi.
The pile up.
For the Killer Bees, that's actually an old school tag team. I actually met one of the members. Can't remember.
Killer Bees. Wasn't that from the 90s?
Yeah,
Hey, Chris, what about that? Chris, no?
you just like the
No.
no.
Why? What? I don't know why, but why does everyone have to say stuff about me on the podcast? No offense to everyone.
You're the most popular person on here. Like you're the reason people watch.
Yeah, basically, you're the reason people tune in. Man. Like, half of the audience would be gone right now if it wasn't for you.
Sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I'm serious, sometimes I don't know. No emotions.
But all the time you're Chris, and that's why people.
Ooh,
Exactly.
Exactly.
That kick he did, that's kind of cool.
And we need like, if I remember, 9 subscribers left before we get up to 100. I mean,
I
500.
think we're at 8 now.
We're at 492. Yep. We're at
8 more
90
away.
before.
So if you're watching and you haven't
and
hit
we're
the
not
bell
there.
yet,
Oh, that was good.
By 7 p.m., no dance.
by World's End, we got it. I know we do.
Or
Ooh,
at least by New Year's Eve. Well, since we're not going to be live on New Year's Eve.
what's gonna happen here? Is this match gonna steal the show? What the hell do we got going on here?
That was really cool.
Oh,
What happened?
man.
Because mine's
The
still
up
on.
top in the corner.
The German suplex by Trent.
Jeez.
And I think Action Andrade's going to. Nope.
Oh, good transition. Go down. You're just sitting there.
Do you guys know a lot about Rocky Romero?
Yeah, I know a little bit. He's wrestling New Japan, some in Impact, wrestling AEW, obviously.
I feel like he runs under a lot of people's radar sometimes.
Punch!
Oh, miss.
I do believe he does a lot of coaching now, but he is a phenomenal wrestler.
I believe one time that he was one of the vocal reasons of AEW and New Japan wrestling partnership.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the
He did a lot of-
yeah.
That's right. What?
Oh,
I believe
nice.
he plays a real important part in their like junior division and everything. Like he's
That's
one of the he's like a Mark Henry where he's like talent scout, coach.
Oh!
That match was really good.
I'm actually super excited that Dante got the pin.
Yeah, why not? That was a good move. I like that move that he did. That's pretty cool.
There was a lot of really tricksy, very cool kind of. I don't even know what you'd call it. You were saying transition, Connor?
Yeah,
Like the way that they go between move and move. I love it. They're so flippy. It's neat.
the transition
Should have
between
put them and the Acclaim for the trio championships at least on the buy-in. Like, why not? They're not doing anything anyway.
This should have opened the show.
but then we would have gotten Marina Shafir closer to the main event.
Oh god, yeah, we don't want smelly socks.
I
or
take
anything.
I take back everything I said.
Or at the start of the show, I mean, that was a really good match. Like that
was
deserved the
really
main event spot
No,
for a
that's
Rampage.
100%.
A Rampage, at least, that was good.
Main
for sure.
event Rocky Romero is all I gotta say.
But the
And you're like,
transitions,
woo!
like the reversals and transitions with Dante,
Oh,
really all 6 of them, but really Rocky Romero and Don. It was Rocky, Dante, Darius, and Trent. Their reversals and transitions.
Yeah,
really
they've like Rocky's done a lot of work in Mexico with the luchas, so I'm sure he was more than open to whatever ideas they had.
everything was smoothly done. Thing was on point.
so
I
I
agree.
did not know that they were going to be doing a countdown to World's End after the show. So we got an excuse to keep on talking.
Yeah, I got a few more comments. Those wrestlers who are jobber for jobbers.
For
I don't know.
live,
There's a lot of jobbers in there. I don't know. I don't know.
That one hurt my brain. I was trying to read it, and I'm like,
So
Yeah,
what
that
you're
was
saying
really
is they're employed.
I don't know.
I don't even know what to come with that.
A lot of
Yeah,
jobs.
that was a good
there's
match.
too many jobbers.
Chris, what is your favorite match tonight?
The main event.
That was a really good match.
I want to
It
say
was.
our feud with the main event. We did not want to talk about that match for the first little bit.
Yeah. And the Pure Rules match is pretty good as well. It was Sadell and Yuta. That was a
And
pretty
this
good
is
match.
probably the first
Yeah,
time
they had
though
great chemistry.
that a pure rules match took place, if I'm right.
On Rampage. I think Danielson
Yeah,
and
I have
Garcia
I
on
have
Dynamite.
a feeling they might have did one on a pay-per-view, but
No, the Pure Rules have been on
Okay.
AEW before. They're not just on it.
No, he said on Rampage though.
Oh, it's just Rampage. Yeah, it might have been the first one.
I mean, on TV.
I think Danielson and Garcia had one on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Or
They definitely
maybe
But
it
I
was
think
both.
it might have been on the first one on Rampage. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Or
first
maybe
I
one
know
on
that they
Rampage.
had one.
I know Garcia was on one of them on TV. Maybe him
I'm
and
pretty
Yuta
sure
won
it was
both.
Dynamite.
Garcia won the RF Pure Championship on Dynamite in the main event once. Maybe that was a pure. I don't know.
I
And that-
love
and-
the
and
pure
you
matches.
know
I
what?
think
And
they're
that
so
kinda-
great.
You know what? And speaking of that, you know what? That kind of pisses me off that we didn't get a Shibata match when he was champion on AEW TV because that man is crazy good. And I would have loved to have seen that shit on AEW TV. They could have put him on.
that is a whole controversy in itself. Like,
could've
what is
put him
going
on-
on with Shibata?
The
on
way that he
Rampage.
like snakes around people is so cool. Like watching him just move his body around people. I'm like, you're like a human hula hoop. Like, how do you do that? I really enjoy watching Shibata.
Yeah, and I don't know. And he just got his AEW graphics, so I'm thinking. I know I said something about it that I'm hoping that this now means that he's going to be on AEW TV and not just Ring of Honor, because he was on. And all these people that are on Ring of Honor at some point come out on AEW, and Shibata was like the last one that was a champion that never showed up on AEW TV, and I was like, whose decision is that? Like, was that Shibata? Was that Tony?
I do have a feeling that's coming from Shibata, because even like Rocky Romero is another good example of like, I would just want to work with young guys. Like, just give me trainees. Let me help guys get over. Let me help develop skills. Because some people, for some reason, they're phenomenal coaches. Like, even though they're great wrestlers, they're better coaches.
Oh, I can respect that. I can respect that for sure. Hell yeah, man. If that's the reason behind it, then
I believe there is a medical history with Shibata. I'm not gonna start talking like I know any of it. I just know that there was a couple incidents. So the other option is he's not 100%, and they don't want to put him in situations where something could happen.
Apparently, he dropped the title because he had to go back to Japan.
I know one of our members, Aiden, when he was on here, he mentioned something that Shibata had Like didn't he? I think he had to retire from wrestling for a little while.
He did.
Shibata had a very severe
I believe it was a neck injury. Or something.
health concern. I don't know the nice way of putting it,
Let me
but from
find
what
that
I
out.
remember, he had a stroke during a match. And
Uh,
it did severe consequences, and he was out of wrestling for a long time. He's
so,
like a Bryan Danielson, where it's sort of a miracle that he's back.
So
Yeah, he had a subdural hematoma.
It was bad. Like,
researched it, and commentators later reminded viewers that Shibata nearly died in 2017 from a brain injury after wrestling Okada. Shibata
in one of the greatest matches ever.
collapsed after the match and was taken to the hospital where he was diagnosed with. I'm not gonna know. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
It's
Subdural hematoma.
it's very
Right.
scary, serious stuff.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No.
Well, maybe there is. You don't want to. They don't want that to happen in AEW. Like they don't want to worsen that.
I can basically sum up his whole medical incident in like one sentence. Don't headbutt people. Like, I know that's an oversimplification of what happened, but basically one really severe headbutt and other things all kind of nailed him at once. And it's like, don't headbutt people, guys.
Look at there's Skyward, 493. We're 7 away from 500. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our Rampage reaction. I guess my past self will be confirming I didn't confirm in tomorrow's AZ Canada episode, but we will be doing a AEW World's End live reaction. We took a vote in our chat, and we're going to be doing one. I won't be in this setting. It's going to be more of a watch party, I guess, type thing.
Yeah.
We'll still be interacting with the chat and stuff, but it'll be more
Watching.
more watching, I guess. But we'll still communicate with you guys in the chat and stuff. But at least for me, I'm gonna be in a different setting. And
I'll be here.
I won't be available tomorrow night. Some family issues going on, so I will not be available. But I will definitely try to tune in for sure. Yeah, because that sounds like fun. It's so messed up because I've been advocating to do live, crowd shows for pay-per-views, and it sucks that we're finally doing one and I'm not going to be available. But
it's really just because Mark secretly knows that we're going to hit the 500 and that he would have to do the dance live and he doesn't want to. So
no.
I know. I'm just
no, because I already said that I won't do the dance until the following Dynamite second hour.
What about TikTok? We have a TikTok now. You can put it on TikTok.
Oh, I can do that too. Yeah. I can put it on TikTok.
Yeah,
as well. So
because I want the full body. I can't see your full body here. I want the full body. So when you do the turnaround, I get the whole thing.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
come on.
That was much for Rampage reaction. We'll be back tomorrow for AEW World's End live reaction. Adam might be on. Just be a few of us. As I said, it will still be a live reaction. It'll be more of a watch party. We'll still be answering you guys' questions, but be more of a watch party type thing. It'll be us just really watching it, but we'll still comment. Check you guys' comments out and stuff. Yeah. Our third pay-per-view reaction tomorrow. Definitely check all the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, and now TikTok. As Siren just mentioned, we are on TikTok now. And then we have AZ Daily, which is the same videos on TikTok, but also on our YouTube Shorts. Definitely check all that stuff out. Chris is actually number one most viewed. He's almost got over 1,000 on TikTok and over 1,000 on YouTube short. So
know what you mean, yeah, especially when I edit. I did edit it at the end because I want to pay tribute to, we lost Bray Wyatt this past summer. I mean, I know it, I didn't show his face. I just had the sound effects where after run it just went. Dick!
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's copyrights or what, but if I did, it belongs to him, his family, and of course the WWE.
But thank you, Michael.
Hell yeah, man! Happy New Year to everybody, all of our viewers. Thank you guys for making this an awesome year.
TNA Wrestling turned #1 from Mercedes Monet. I'm glad. Are they trending #1? Is TNA trending #1?
Damn. All right.
But still, I won't be on the World's End watch along tomorrow. But I will be back next Wednesday on the first Dynamite of 2024.
Yay!
Yeah. Mariah May's debut.
Why is Paul London trending? if anyone knows who Paul London is.
Who said something about it? I think I saw something. I saw something about Paul London. Who said it? Somebody. There was a wrestler that said something about Paul London.
It's trending right now. I don't know why, but
somebody said something about him. I don't even know who the hell he is, but
what?
I know he was in He got fired by Vince because he laughed.
Paul London was like one of the original indie darlings that came to WWE. This would have been years ago, but I remember growing up, maybe not growing up in my teen years, but he was one of those guys, flip-de-doo guys, but like in 2001.
Yeah, I remember those are my, my prime.
I remember.
I believe he got fired because Vince McMahon was walking to his death, and he was giggling in the background of a shot, and they fired him. And that's all anyone remembers. But he had one of the best like shooting star presses. Like he's gorgeous wrestler.
Was that Billy Kidman who did the shooting star press?
His was terrible.
Oh.
We can get into how I rate flips later, but yeah, no. Paul London had phenomenal, gorgeous flips.
He teamed up with Billy Kidman and Brian Kendrick. WWE. Yeah. All that said, we'll see you guys tomorrow night for our AEW World's End live reaction.
See you in 2024.
Happy New Year, guys.